break it down into topics so that we can hit as much as possible. But the first one is healthcare.
Yeah.
And so I've got 2 questions for you regarding healthcare. First one, healthcare is a crucial part of any community, even more so in rural ones. What are you and Congress doing to secure and strengthen access to hospitals and primary care providers in rural communities throughout Ritchie County?
Yeah. And I, as you can tell, I don't always use my notes. I do have some notes on this. I want to mention some bills that we've been working on, and I knew this question was going to come up or something relevant to that. Access to healthcare is highly important for everyone. But when you specifically look at our rural communities, it needs to be even more heightened in so many ways, because the access needs to be available, right? It's not just healthcare existing, but it's what access do you have to it. So I'll name a couple of bills that we've worked on. HR 607080, you can look it up, but it's called the Growth Act. It expands grant eligibility for training of nurses. I meant to mention that at the beginning, but we're sitting in the community college. Community colleges are essential for our own communities. I'm a community college graduate. Without Pima Community College, I wouldn't be here today. So you can either thank them or blame them and send them a thank you. But whichever way it is, they played a humongous role in me being here. And the interesting thing is that I went to Pima Community College. My wife went on a full academic right to Stanford, graduated with honors. And then we met in Washington, D.C. in the same fellowship program where they selected 10 guys and 10 girls from the whole country to be there. So I tell our 6 kids, hey, Daddy went on a 1-semester scholarship to Pima. Mommy went on a full academic right to Stanford. And we ended up in the same place at the same time, baby. It's what you do with it and how much student loan debt you want to have at the end of the day that really makes a difference. So when you look at nurse training and all that, these kind of buildings and these kind of schools are so important for that. We also have the HR 4520 Reignited Hope Act of 2023, tax credits for hiring critical employees, healthcare workers, and caregivers as well. Another one I want to mention, HR 3046, Medical Student Education Authorization Act, the grant programs to train medical professionals in tribal rural areas as well. So these are the things that we're working on in terms of legislation. And I'm also on the Labor, Health, and Human Services Subcommittee of Appropriations. I'm in 3 different subcommittees for appropriations. One is housing, transportation, that I just, basically most of the projects that we fund are out of that. Then we have the Labor, Health, and Human Services. This is all about education and health. This is where I'm a big supporter of Head Start. I'm a big supporter of Pell Grants, all things that I took advantage of as a student that I think help the economic development of our communities. And that's Labor, Health, and Human Services, and also on state and foreign ops, meaning that every dollar that leaves the United States goes to this committee. So I have an opportunity to question every single dollar that we spend anywhere else besides in our homeland.